welcome to Air Rifle Pesting. Glad you can join me. Here you can see the 3 coyotes here. I set up the trail cam on November 25th and I captured these guys at about 1:14 a.m. You can see only the female was eating the rats. The other 2 were just standing there to watch. One of them must be the male and the other one possibly the pup. As you can see, the female actually has a mange problem. I returned on November 27 and I relocated the trail cam so that it's facing me inside the loft. I'm basically using the trail cam as an indicator to alert me when I see the red lights from the infrared. Unfortunately, it didn't happen this night. Here at November 28 at 4:16 a.m. a coyote showed up. He went straight to the bait and started eating the rats that I left behind. I think that was the female. At about 4:23 a.m. she continued to hang around. As you can see here, she is basically kicking the dirt. That's what they call a scrape behavior. Essentially, she's leaving her scent down through her paw. That's how they mark the territory. So at 4:25 a.m. a second coyote showed up. That could be the male or the pup, so I just wasn't sure. As you can see, it wasn't going near the first coyote. Again, you can see that it was marking its territory as well by urinating. So another coyote showed up at 4:27 a.m. It was looking for food, but there was none left because the female already eaten all the rats. You can see something spooked it and it ran away. 20 minutes later, the coyote came by. By now, all of them have left because there was no food left. The female has cleaned up all the rats. I guess I have to get some more bait. At 9:29 p.m., that's like 17 hours later, you can see a coyote showed up. This is a different one called a bushy tail. So you can see there's no mange on this one, I don't believe. And it looks pretty healthy. It could be the male or the pup. Here you can see the bushy tail coyote returned at 11:39 p.m. looking for food. But unfortunately, no food was there since I haven't returned with any yet. So 11:39 p.m. they continued to return to come back. They roam through the area scavenging for food. That was the first coyote that passed through. And again, the second coyote was coming behind it. So they're here all the time looking for food because they knew there's free food around and they always hunt together. 5 minutes later at 11:47 they return. It started to drizzle and rain. So they do come back here frequently, which is a good news. These are great information to know so that I can plan my tactic to hunt them. I just have to get my timing right. So here November 29th, 7:35 p.m. I arrived to retrieve the trail cam. So I had no idea what the camera had captured, but I was able to find some valuable information from the recordings. This way it's helped me to plan out how I'm going to hunt these coyotes. So after a week, there was no trail cam because my battery has died. It was too cold. Except this morning at 10:35 a.m. the trail cam recorded the coyote came through. That was a female because it has a mangy body. So it's very difficult to predict when they would show up. So that's why I have tried many times and I failed. So December 12th at about 4:35 p.m. I brought some lithium batteries. And these batteries should be good for cold weather. and I'm hoping to capture more information. Yeah, it's been too long, and hopefully I'll get some good result. So here, December 13th at 7:05 p.m. Coyote showed up on the top right hand side there. You can see his eye. Obviously I have to leave more bait for them to continue to feed and come back. Definitely time to get serious hunting these coyotes. Here at 7:22, a large male coyote appeared. You can see the coat is pretty thick and there's no mange on this one. Again, no bait yet because I haven't returned to site. And I did come back a couple days later. So an hour later at about 8:11 p.m., someone was walking in the back there. The trail cam came on. I was wondering why. Well, there was a coyote right there, and it was watching the person, and it quickly retreated and disappeared. So this is December 16th at 6:11 p.m., the night of the coyote number 5. So the female was actually here 3 hours before I showed up. She was looking for the food. This would be her last night. At 9:12 p.m. I showed up with the baits, and I had no idea this could be the night. So I quickly dropped off the bait and went up to the loft, got ready, and waited. Down she goes. So the other coyote had just fled the area, so I'm just scanning around to look for it, but it was gone. So this coyote died instantly. As you can see, it's very hard to scan the area with this narrow field of view. So I was hoping to spot the other one, but no luck. So as you can see, she lay there motionless, so I thought. So I continued to scan the area, see if I get lucky. Maybe the other coyote might come back, but unfortunately they didn't. It was foggy at the time of the shoot, so my trail cam never did pick up the motion. So my trail cam didn't get activated. I wasn't alerted with the red infrared lights. I would have missed the coyote altogether. Luckily I heard the crunching sound from the coyote chewing on the duck's neck. Now this was strange to witness. I thought she was dead. As you can see, there's some movement, and she started to convulse. A lot of blood was pouring out of her mouth. I didn't expect to see this at all, and I knew it couldn't have survived the headshot, not with the 27 grain slug penetrating into the skull. I believe the movement was used to muscle reflexes. So as much as I don't like this pest, I felt a bit uneasy, so I chambered another round to end the suffering and shot her in the head again, to make sure it expired completely. I got the crosshair on the forehead and another shot to the head, and it did finally stretched and expired. So my job was done. I'm not sure you can see me, but anyway, I finally got my coyote number 5. I'm so excited, I'm still shaking. 11:45. 2 coyotes showed up. So yeah, shot one right in the head, and it dropped instantly. I was shooting with my Impact with the 27 grain slug H&N Gen2. So I'm just gonna go take a look at the body now. I just packed up my stuff. So anyway, let's Let's see. Oh, so excited. So anyway, this is where I was upstairs on the loft. So hopefully the other coyotes are gone. Oh, make sure the coyotes are not around here. So my trail cam didn't even get on because it was so foggy. As you can see, I got a rabbit. They actually took away one of my duck. Oh, there it is. So this rabbit was killed by my dog a couple of nights ago, and then the duck was from hunting. So I set up here. You can see my trail cam is over there. So it starts to snow now. So I was up there. Not sure you can see it from the loft. So I didn't even see the coyote come. Yeah, he's dead, alright. So he was actually eating the duck. So I didn't see them. I heard the crunching, and then I quickly used my binocular, my Nikon, and scan it, and I saw two of them. So I got my impact, turned on my night vision, and sure enough, it was right there. So yeah, shot. I don't know if it was he or she, but anyway, let me take a closer look. Oh, this is crazy. Don't even want to touch it, but he's pretty mangy, this guy. So you know what? I don't want to touch it. We're gonna come back tomorrow and clean it up. Just gonna leave it for now and see. So now my trail cam is on. So yeah, finally, this is my coyote number 5, and I'll come back tomorrow and clean up. So let me take some pictures, still pictures anyway, photo. I'll get out of here before the coyote comes back. Not a very big one, but good enough. Coyote number 5. Oh yeah, he bled pretty good. This is the female for sure, because he was the only one at eating. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Finally, all my hard work paid off. I was stalking this. There were 3 of them. I was stalking them for like 6 weeks, and I was in like -6-degree windstorm, you name it. It was just brutal. But anyway, just to recap, so I got a phone call from the farmer. He said that some coyote got into the chicken shed and killed 5 chickens out of the 8 chickens that he has. So he texted me and asked me to come back. So I have been hunting these coyotes here in the last year, and in my coyote number 4 video I actually had a chance, but as I took the shot, it ducked, so I missed it. I think this might be the one that I missed, a year ago. So finally, I was able to get her. I think it's a female, because usually it's a female that goes to eat the food. So anyway, I set up the trail cam about 6 weeks ago, I think, 5 or 6 weeks anyway. So first attempt that I set up my tent, it was on the bottom, and I actually saw a coyote going towards the bait where I set up with the rats, but it didn't go. I guess it must have sensed my presence, and checking my footage on my scope cam, there was only about 6 seconds in view, and it just disappeared. So it just never came back. So that night before I went home, I happened to look up, and I saw a ladder going up to the loft, and then which I later on found out there's a loft upstairs. So what I ended up doing was I set up my I removed my blind at the bottom, and then I set up a shooting spot from above using my lazy chair and then my tripod, and then that was it. So just sat up there, and first attempt was like super. That was a Saturday. I forgot the date now, but it was like super windy and very cold, and of course nothing came out that night. I think I was out for six and a half hours, so that was like a miserable night, and I failed obviously. And then I came back the following week, same thing. It was nothing showed up. It was like -6, and then a week later I came back for like 3 hours, again nothing. So my trail cam, the footage that I captured, it was like at 10:34 a.m. so they come at different hours, and recording captured them at 9:30 at night, 10:30, 11, 1, 2. It's just odd hours. So I was actually quite discouraged, because I've been trying to get these coyote for the longest time, and I wanted so bad, because I knew the setup at the loft was perfect, because I'm up high, and they don't see me, right? So obviously they didn't see me, as long as I kept quiet, I believe. So but anyway, I showed up tonight. What's the date today? December 14, I think. No, December 17. So I came here about 9:20. I felt good. It wasn't that cold. Light rain, so it was perfect. And so I got here about 9:20, and I left the bait, the bunny that my dog killed, and 2 days ago. So set that up, and I got a couple of ducks, and then just left it there quickly and went up to the loft and just sat there. Time just passed by, and it was, a little bit cold, but I was okay. I was equipped. I wore the right clothing, the right boots, gloves, and everything, and hot coffee, and just kept me warm. And then at about I didn't know what time it was, but anyway, I checked later. It was about 11:44 or 45. I just heard some crunching sound. I didn't see anything because it was started to be foggy, so that's why my trail cam never came on, because the trail cam was facing me. So if anything come in front of it, the red light will pop up, the infrared, then that would give me an indication. That's what I was hoping to use that as an indicator for me to see that something is in the area. Everything was working. My trail cam was working. It's just that it was foggy, so it didn't capture anything. So anyway, so I heard this crunching sound. So I grabbed my Nikon binocular, and I looked, and sure enough, there were 2 coyotes right there. They just got there. The one I shot apparently grabbed one of the ducks, and then went back maybe about 8 feet. So I quickly grabbed my gun, my impact, which is on my side, brace it on my tripod, turn on the power, press record,
point to the direction, and then I turn on my infrared lamp, and boom, right away I saw the coyote that I shot was had a duck in her mouth, and he was chewing it. So I had to check my footage, but I think I maybe had 3 or 4 seconds, and I knew I have to take the shot quick, because in the past I hesitated. So this time I've been visualizing my shot. I've been planning what to do if I were to see a coyote tonight, and so my mind was clear. I knew exactly what to do. My zero was bang on, so I'm shooting the H&N 27 grain slugs, Gen2, and with about 52 foot-pound of energy at the muzzle. So I knew I was gonna hit that as long as I executed my shot, and I did. So I got the crosshair on the forehead, and I just squeezed up a shot, and the coyote never made a sound. It just went drop down, and the other coyote took off. So I scanned around looking for the second coyote, but they were long gone. So, and then I scanned back and saw the coyote was still struggling a little bit. Like, I think it was dead. It just maybe just nerves. So I watched it a little bit. So I decided, yeah, let's just finish it. So I sent another second slug right through the skull, and it was done. So right after that, I think almost about 5 minutes since I pressed the recording, it just came to me now. Then I realized, oh my god, I finally got my coyote number 5. My adrenaline was running high, and then I started to shake. It's not because I was cold. I was just full of excitement. Realized that, you know what, all that hard work, long hours, and of staking out finally paid off. I was able to avenge the chickens, I guess, the 5 chickens that died and got killed by the coyotes. So I avenged for the owner. So I'm super happy about that, and I'm also super happy that I finally succeeded in doing this hunt. So yeah, I can't wait to put the videos together and let you guys enjoy my experience. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining me. Cheers.